Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Eat Brains Love. This is a 2019 film. It didn't come out till February of 2020 here in the USA, but it's now 2021 and I finally saw it, so I guess I'm behind the ball just like everybody else. Um, it runs about an hour and a half and it stars Jake Cannavale. I'm going to try these names. I'm sorry if I murder them. Angelique Rivera and Sarah Yarkin. The description: Eat Brains Love is a laugh out loud, funny, surprisingly romantic zombie road trip movie filled with heart and brains. Nice, easy description. I do not agree with the grade. I don't know what the problem with people is on this movie, but it does only have 371 grades on IMDb.com currently, which is the website I reference. And so I don't think it's been watched that much. I don't think it's readily available. This is Eat Brains Love. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Of course, we have seen many zombie movies, and I would say that the one about the teenage romance, forget the name at the moment, haven't looked it up, but I kind of liked that movie. That was a good romance one. That was kind of the first time that we got introduced to the fact that zombies can actually fall in love, and uh, this is maybe 6 to 10 years ago or so. Um, but of course, we've had Zombieland be the comedy, be the kind of the go-to funny zombie movie, and I would say this is just a little bit of a ripoff of Zombieland, um, but it's okay to be like Zombieland. That's a good movie to shoot for, to be kind of like, and it's really funny, this one, and it has the romance and it has the road trip feeling, and it's a good thing. So in that aspect, this is nothing that we haven't seen before, but it does have some genuine things to it, and it does try and stand out from the other zombie movies, which I really appreciate. So, in that regard, I'm going to suggest that you go watch this because I don't think we've seen this before, and that doesn't happen too often with zombie movies. So, our main characters are a guy and a gal who go to high school together. She's head of the cheerleaders. He's kind of guy who is not doing anything with his life and just fawns over the most popular girl in school. And so we have that contrast of characters, which is good, and for them to be working together as the movie goes on is really good. I can't tell you in what aspect because that'll give too much away, but then we have kind of a love triangle thing, and then we have some other characters following us, and they all have their own personality. And there's a lot going on in this movie. I really like genuine, interesting movies that I can find that really nobody has ever seen before, and I'm just fascinated by the complete interesting factor of the movie. That's really all I want sometimes, is a movie to be interesting. So this has it in loads, and the thing that it brings to the zombie movie, I think, is really cool to be able to bring that to it. So um, with the characters, I think that our main guy is a little dull in nature as an actor. I think his character is supposed to be dull, but I don't think it helps for him to be dull. And so that kind of hurts a little bit. Just, like do something, be a little bit more interesting. So when he starts to be funny and when he starts to play off of other characters, I think that's really what helps them, because otherwise by himself he'd be really hard to watch for too much of a half an hour or so, which is about all he really has to focus on him before things start happening in this movie. So that's good. And then we have our female lead, and she is, bubbly and bright, and she's a smart cheerleader who makes good choices in life, and so she's a contrast to herself. And then we have everybody else. Characters come and go, and they kind of are in and out. And then we have a brother of a character, and he's interesting when he gets to pop up on screen. So all in all, I would call this a complete movie. I don't really have too much wrong with it. I think that it is going to shock and amaze you. It's going to make you possibly want to hurl on some of the disgusting parts. And it's good for zombie movies to be shocking like that because you got to bring something to the table. Then we run into the one problem. And I don't know how to explain this because there are only so many movies that can pull this off and actually succeed. So I'm really, really hoping that the planned sequel to this movie actually happens because otherwise, this movie makes no sense at the ending. Like, you gotta have a sequel. And so I really hope someday the sequel to this gets made. I probably will forget about this movie by the time that happens, but I did look online to see that another book has been written, so we'll see if it gets another movie. But the only other movie that I can tell you that's crazy enough of an ending like this is a movie called The Host, and I do have that up here. I do like that movie, but I've always hoped that that would have a sequel, and these movies just don't make sense if they don't have a sequel. So I've been on the fence all night after watching this yesterday, and I want to give it an A minus because I loved the movie, but I've got to give it a B plus. It doesn't make any sense by itself. Yeah, I mean, like you could have made it a 3 hour movie, and you could have actually gone the next storyline and just made it all in one movie or something. But it's an hour and a half. It leaves us hanging at the end, and it sucks. And so I've got to give this a B plus. I'm not gonna buy it unless I know that there's another sequel made that I can find out what the hell happens after this, and I've got to stand my ground on movies that do this to us at the end. You got to have an ending. You got to make sense. You got to finalize things. You can't leave them hanging, especially if you don't know if you're ever gonna have a sequel. So a B plus for Eat Brains Love. Go check this movie out if you're able to. Don't be too disappointed by the ending because apparently the sequel is coming. But when you watch a movie like this stand alone, the ending does suck. That's all I can tell you. So thank you guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or my other videos, try and get some of them to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies. Thanks.